The Civil War wasn't just fought with rifles and cannons. It was fought with wires, rails, lenses, and scalpels. Hidden technologies gave the Union a decisive edge and transformed warfare into something modern. The telegraph was the first invisible weapon. For the first time in history, commanders could send orders instantly across miles of battlefield. President Abraham Lincoln spent hours in the War Department, reading telegraph reports as battles unfolded in real time. It was the first time a president could follow a war almost as it happened. Messages that once took days by courier now arrived in minutes. Union generals used the telegraph to coordinate troop movements, supply lines, and reinforcements. Confederate forces, with fewer telegraph lines and less industry, often lagged behind. The telegraph gave the Union speed, control, and the power to outmaneuver its enemies. It was America's first information war. Railroads became the Union's iron lifeline. The Union Army had a vast railroad system, moving troops, weapons, and supplies faster than ever before. Entire regiments could be shifted hundreds of miles in days, something no army had done before. Union engineers built new tracks right behind advancing armies, creating the U.S. Military Railroad, the first nationalized rail system in American history. Meanwhile, the Confederacy struggled with worn-out rails and broken locomotives. Southern industry couldn't replace locomotives or repair tracks fast enough. The Union's industrial advantage turned rails into a weapon. Railroads carried men and materiel to victory, proving that logistics could decide wars. Photography was still new in the 1860s, but it changed how Americans saw the conflict. Men like Matthew Brady and Alexander Gardner carried heavy cameras onto battlefields. They captured soldiers, camps, and even the dead, images that shocked the public. For the first time, families at home saw the real face of war. No heroic paintings, no romantic sketches, just stark, haunting photographs. These images stripped away illusions and forced Americans to confront the cost of the conflict. The Civil War became the war you could see. Photography didn't just document history, it shaped memory. Medicine was another battlefield revolution. Hospitals were overwhelmed, forcing doctors to innovate. Amputations were common, but triage and surgical techniques advanced rapidly. Doctors learned to treat massive numbers of wounded in ways never attempted before. Nurses like Mary Ann Mother Bickerdike built hospitals and cared for thousands. Clara Barton, later founder of the American Red Cross, risked her life to bring supplies and comfort to soldiers. Out of tragedy came progress, laying the foundations of modern trauma care. The Civil War was brutal, but it pushed medicine forward in ways that saved lives long after the war ended. Beyond these four pillars, other innovations shaped the conflict. Ironclad warships like the USS Monitor and CSS Virginia changed naval warfare forever. The repeating rifle gave Union soldiers more firepower than ever before. Balloon reconnaissance allowed generals to see battlefields from the sky. Even the postal system was transformed, carrying millions of letters between soldiers and families. Each of these technologies made the Civil War not just America's bloodiest conflict, but its first modern war. The telegraph, the railroad, photography, medicine, and countless other innovations reshaped how wars were fought and how they were remembered. Invisible weapons carried the Union to victory and changed history forever.